And good afternoon and welcome to Jackson Christian Baseball here on the Worthy Roads BallGame Blitz Network. You can see this game on Facebook, and this is a copyrighted broadcast. I'm Coach Joe Holloway. I'll be doing the game tonight, and any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of the BallGame Blitz and Worthy Road Studios is prohibited. We do other schools. You can hear great announcers like Steve Beverly, Dan Hughes, Dave McCulley, and some of our other broadcasts. And we are going to give you a great show. First game for us, always working out a couple of bugs on the mound tonight, and we're just about ready to start, will be Austin Kelly. And he is undefeated on the season, 1-0, comes in here. His catcher tonight will be Wyatt Jones. Normally we would have already set the batting order for you, but a little technical difficulty with the internet. Looks like Cox, the shortstop, the first hitter. The first pitch swung on, a bouncing ball to the third baseman, Reed. Reed up, shoots it over to first for the first out in the inning. For those of you that scoring in your book at home or trying to keep stats, that's 5-3, third baseman to first. And that'll bring up the second hitter in the lineup. Union City sitting to my right in the first base dugout. Jackson Christian in the third base dugout, the home dugout during the season for the Prospect League team, the Rockabillies. Kyler Sutherland, the center fielder, up to hit. He swings and misses on the first pitch. Now, Austin Kelly has a curveball. His fastball is number one into the windup. Fires, and he's got two of them on the young man, Kyler Sutherland, who you'll see in center field. Cole McAdams coaching, went to Union University, and we'll tell you more about him. A swing and a miss, strike three so the first strikeout of the game for Austin, bringing up Will Ragsdale, the third baseman. And, of course, we are here tonight because of the Rockabillies and Madison hosting the DSA awareness tournament here. Stepping into the plate is Will Ragsdale. He'll be at third base today, and he got hit with a pitch. So one runner on, and the old hits batsman comes into play, brings up Landon Hoy, the pitcher, who is a very good athlete and has had some good outings. And I see that Chase McLean has come out. And I believe I'm going to have to get my binocular out a long way off, and let's see if we can pick up on the discussion. Used to being a little closer, but that's all right. And I will probably put the screen up a little bit so we can see through that. And our great cameraman, Billy, to my left over here. And we didn't pick it up, but Hoy, who is a dangerous hitter, and we know he's a very good pitcher too. Union City always has a great program, just like Jackson Christian does. We're kind of rebuilding a little bit Jackson Christian, but this ought to be a good year. We are 5-1 first pitch. It looked like a strike. The scoreboard is on, but the sunscreen not helping it a bit. Second pitch, right on the dotted line for strike two. So no ball, two strikes, two outs. Outfield straight away. It's deep here. 310 down the left field line, 320 down the right field line. This runner stealing the tag, and he is out. So the runner that got on is caught stealing, and no runs, no hits, no errors, and one man left on base. Score at the end of a half inning of play is Union City 0 with Jackson Christian coming to bat. Fleet Feet, your locally owned source for the best shoes for school, work, running, and everyday comfort. They offer a 3D scan of your feet and professional fitting. Fleet Feet sells the top-selling brands Hoka, On Cloud, and Brooks. To add comfort to your spikes or other performance shoes, let Fleet Feet fit you for a pair of arch support inserts. Get the quality you want and the service you deserve at Fleet Feet in Jackson on Oilwell Road beside Walgreens.
Tired of going to the dealerships only to see empty spaces? Then come to Carlock Nissan of Jackson. We have over 60 new vehicles in stock and more coming in daily. You can see, feel, and of course smell that new car smell. Save up to $8,600 off MSRP on a new Nissan. Plus, special APR financing as low as 1.9%. It's all at Carlock Nissan of Jackson. You should already be here.
We're back here for the bottom of the first. Landon Hoy, the fine Union City pitcher. He's a right-hander going on the mound for them, taking his warm-up tosses. And for Jackson Christian School, the leadoff hitter will be number 22, Easton Jones, the left fielder. A very familiar name. He'll be followed by Austin Kelly, the pitcher. Carson Holt, wearing 21, the designated hitter. And we'll try to pick the lineups up for you as we go as far as defensive positioning. And the left fielder, Easton Jones, steps in there. We'll talk about some of the rule changes as we go along. Ground ball, well, it actually stayed up, a liner, knocked down, and it's safe at first, and we're going to call it a hit. Single, infield single, because that was a hot one to handle, as you saw on there. Great shot by Worthy Road Studios. And that will bring up the second hitter, Austin Kelly. Austin gets good aluminum or metal on the ball. I like to say wood. That's how old I am. The outfield straight away. Infield at double play depth. They throw over to first with the feeling that Easton Jones was going. I want to say if he's going, it will not be on the first pitch, although he's got a good lead. You see the cutout. That one is high. No, they say a strike. I'm going to have to wait on the umpires. The umpires changed their strike and ball calls. Used to be a lot quicker than they are now. New mechanics from when I did some umpiring. Hoy ready. A swinging strike. Austin Kelly steps out, looks at his head coach, Chase McLean, who's at first base, bench coach, and in the dugout is Brian Bullard, and over at first base, Todd Lumley. Some of you in Union City, here's a pickoff attempt. We'll remember Todd from his time as the successful head coach at the Peabody Golden Tide, and he was a very good one. He also works with the junior varsity. They are stealing. There's the peg to second, a little late, and umpire does a good job of keeping his eye on, because sometimes you slide off of that, but a stolen base and a runner in scoring position with no outs. Beautiful day here at the ballpark, Rockabilly Stadium, home of the Prospect League team, the Rockabillies. Here's the pitch. Did he go? Yes, they ring him up, and so a strikeout for Kelly. One out in the inning, bringing up the designated hitter, Carson Holt, who's had a lot of injuries, and you see the guard on one leg. Carson also a very fine football player, and he's a left-handed hitter. Did some DH and first base play last year for the Jackson Christian Eagles. The pitch inside. Nice lead down there at second, and you'll see the second and short play a few games trying to hold the man close. And the man is Jones, third baseman for Union City, ready, creep up just to the edge of the cutout, and then it slants. Here's a dribbler down the third baseline. Crow hop step over to first, trying to advance, and that one is 5-3. Carson Holt out for the second out of the inning, and that brings up Wyatt Jones, the cleanup hitter and catcher, and also an all-region linebacker in football. Wyatt's got a chance to put the Eagles on top with a runner at third who advanced on that one. Wyatt is a tough little man. You've seen him use his body quite a bit. Hoy's pitch is high. Now, Jones not dancing quite as far down the line. Jones has good speed. Don't look for an attempt. Third baseman has backed up a step or two. And, of course, the cutout here is not rounded. It's cut at an angle. That time Jones off balance out on his front foot, swings. 1-1 should be the count. Yeah, I remember when the Generals of the Southern League played here, sometimes this time of day, very tough to see the scoreboard here. And that one high should be 2-1. Thank you, Mr. Umpire, as you see a good picture of him. He heard me and gave us a call. Billy got that picture exactly the way it should be gotten for you. Into the stretch, coming to the plate. And low 3-1. Outfield still straight away. Just needing one, everybody at pretty well normal depth. The runner at third with 2 outs. Hoy comes to White, the ball up in air. It'll hang long enough, getting a bead on it. Out in left center field is the center fielder for the third out. There were no runs, no hits. Well, there 1 hit. Let's give the hitter credit for that 1 hit and 1 man left on base. So at the end of 1 inning of play, there is no score between Union City and Jackson Christian. Let's take a timeout.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Mention BallGame Blitz Sports Network and receive a free gift.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
Back for the top of the second here at Rockabilly Stadium, Union City. There's no score in the contest. Hoy, who is at the plate, comes back to the plate, takes one inside, made him lean back a little bit. On the mound, Austin Kelly. Out in the field in left field is Jones. Here's the second pitch. Umpire liked that one. It's 1-1. Outfield of Jones, Mullins, and Collins. Infield, Cooper, Creasy, Nanny, and Holt. Here's the pitch. Swinging strike, so 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. And I said Hoy is up there. That is actually Will Ragsdale. He is the third baseman. He hits a ground ball to Hopper to the second baseman, over to first base, and retires the hitter, Will Ragsdale. And again, my apologies for that mistake. 4-3 score it that way, as we had to get the lineup in a rush. That was Hoy after all. They, like I said, we got the lineup thanks to a gentleman that brought the picture up, and this is number 20, Skylar Hall. Pitch grounded off to the right. First base coach will pick it up or kick it around. We may have to score him with an error on that one. Skylar Hall wearing 20, a right-handed hitter at the plate, along with Luke Jocelyn wearing 17. He's in the hole over there waiting to come in. Kelly winds, fires, it's outside, and you see, even though he didn't have to really block it like that, he always gives you the 100% effort. A lot of guys will backhand it or reach for it like that. Wyatt Jones does a good job catching. This one fouled off into the screen. And one of the things you like in high school is the on-deck batters are usually most helpful with returning ground balls to the umpire. So far, a fairly quiet game. And I think I'm going to have to change my scoring that they changed. Here's a ground ball to second. Up with it. Oh, Nanny is over to first base for the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down. Nanny's handled as far as the assist. The first baseman gets a put out on those. And advancing and into the batter's box is Luke Jocelyn. Open stance will stride towards the pitcher. Swinging strike one. And a swinging strike two. Even though they had him listed as the DH, I've been informed Carson Holt is playing first base. Daniel Green does that some. That pitch low and away for a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Kelly's pitch, a swinging strike three. So you've got 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. And at the end of 1 1/2 innings of play, Union City nothing and Jackson Christian nothing. Let's take a timeout on the BallGame Blitz Network.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
And we are back as you see Hoy winding up, firing his first pitch in there. No score in the ball game. The hitter is Zach Creasy, the shortstop, also a fine basketball player, wears number 24. That one a strike. Will I ever get used to the way the umpires signal? And their mechanics are what the National Federation and TSSAA wants used. Like the old ones better. Here's one driven to right field. Will it slice and go foul? It does. Almost makes the fence, but hits on the ground. As you see, our great shot bounces into that fence. So Creasy in a hole right now. He's the leadoff man. Jack Collins, the right fielder, will be next. Nanny, the second baseman after that. Here's the pitch. And that one goes off the bat, so the count remains the same. Davis catching, Hall at first base, Vincent at second, Cox at short, Ragsdale at third for the Golden Tornadoes, Chisholm and Sutherland and Joslin in the outfield. And that one, he says it's just a little outside. You see the little flip with the hand. It's a great center field shot that we've got there on Worthy Road Studios. Check our fine sponsors out. Hoy's ready. He's got his sign, comes to the plate, and that one fouled off also. And we'll try to check and see if there's any stats on the count here on the Game Changer stats. I'm having to use an alternative Game Changer. Still two. You can get Classic or you can get the new one. Swinging strike 3, looks like from up here he pulled the trigger a little bit, and Creasy strikes out for the first strikeout inning. That's a swinging strike. You know, and you score in your book, if it's where they take one, you put the K backwards for strikeout. Brings up Jack Collins, great defensive back, plays some wide out in football. He is a quick speedster, wears number 11 in baseball. A left-handed hitter, kind of crowds the plate just a little bit. Stance is balanced. See the third baseman up on the grass. And good coaching by Cole McAdams. We'll tell you a little bit about Cole and, of course, his dad, big-time football player at one time from Lexington. No balls, 2 strikes, the count. Everybody is back except for the third baseman. He's still looking for a possible bunt by Jack Collins. Creeped in another step. This time the umpire says, young man, that's a strike. 1-2. Outfield straight away, not deep. 382. It used to say 390 to dead center when the minor league team was here. There's a swinging strike, or actually a swinging foul ball. And we had a foul ball a while ago that just kind of hit the bat with a hold-up swing. 2-2, the count balanced. Swinging strike 3, and that's 2 strikeouts in the inning. And, of course, that's the forward K, if you're keeping stats. That brings up Caden Nanny, the second baseman who had 2 putouts in that last inning. Caden wears 26. That one a little inside. Not chin music, but you wouldn't want any of the sewing that's done on those jerseys to be sticking out a little bit. Another one inside, and you see the umpire how he points, and that's how you can tell. And again, with the left-handed hitter up there, the third baseman, and he is braver than I am, Ragsdale is up there. This one to the second baseman, 4-3 for the third out in the inning. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. No score at the end of 2 innings of play. Let's take a timeout.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all prearranged funerals. So you may have prearranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all prearranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we are back ready for the quick moving top of the third game. It looks like Logan Dawkins, the designated hitter, will be up for Union City, followed by Davis and Chisholm. Vincent not playing in the field, but playing third base. There's a nice pitch low and away right on the black edge of the plate. It's a strike. Here at Rockabilly Park, Austin Kelly on the mound. His receiver is Wyatt Jones. The pitch popped up out in the outfield. Drawing a bead on it is the center fielder. Gets it, gloves it, and J.T. Mullins puts it away. So 1 out in the inning. Score that a F8 on that one. 1 out, bringing up Tucker Davis. And Davis with a nice hearty swing for a no ball, 1 strike count. Infield at normal depth. And that one got the corner of the plate. See a great picture by BallGame Blitz and Worthy Road Studios. You're on Jackson Christian's Facebook. Welcoming the Union City fans. The pitch, that one is going to be low and a ball. No score so far in this game. 2 really good baseball teams. Both have what it takes to advance later in the season. The pitch, a swinging strike, and that one is a strikeout for the pitcher, Austin Kelly. Austin's got 3 in the contest. Strikeouts. Brings up Copeland Chisholm. Kelly's first pitch gets away from the catcher, but no consequence. On deck batter or a manager or coach one will help it. Nobody on deck. Cox should be on deck and may come out in a minute. There's a pitch. Umpire says a little outside when he waves it like that. And for fans that's used to seeing our scoreboard up there with the sun and the things, and there's a pitch high. Wyatt Jones wisely wants to go out and talk to his pitcher. Probably going to say, hey, big fellow, we got you. Just throw strikes, follow through just a little bit. But normally you can see our scoreboard, but this one faces into the sun. And over the years, I've gotten to do a few of the old Generals, Diamond Jacks, whatever you want to call them. Of course, we got Prospect League baseball in here this year. And this time of day, it is really hard to see that scoreboard. It's a nice scoreboard, too. Got the old-fashioned clock like you see in Wrigley, but great field to be at. And we are ready for Copeland Chisholm. And that looked like a good pitch, but they say it was a ball, and we'll have Chisholm on first after the bases on balls. 2 outs in the inning. Brings up Cox, the shortstop. Cox wearing number 2. Let's see if they change since there are 2 outs. I seriously doubt. No, the infield's going to stay back like they were. They're not expecting a bunt. Jackson Christian's not holding on at first. Quick runner, and he got a jump. He's going to make this one. Although Wyatt Jones put everything on it he could, a nice stolen base. And he really got the jump on the pitcher that time. And he accelerated. So a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Union City. Outfield straight away. Shortstop may try to sneak in behind, but pitch for a strike. I'm sure somebody out there is probably hollering, it's a 1-1 count. Big fella talking to Austin, just focus on this batter. Kelly comes to the plate. This one is going to be fouled off up in the stands. And someone wanted to chase a baseball, but it goes all the way back down. Somebody else will field it and get it back to the umpire. So 1 ball, 2 strike count on Cox. Cox looking at the pitcher study and wants to follow that ball. Don't take your eye off of it. And you don't have to go to second. I don't want to call it a fake pickoff move because it was a move, but only place you have to throw is first. Now, if you got first and third, everybody knows the old play of stepping back off of it like you were going to go to first and going to third to try to pick that runner off. Kelly checks the runner, comes to the plate, and a strike. And that one will end the inning. And, wow, that was a borderline pitch, but it got right on there. There's a little black edge to that plate. But no runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base. And at the end of 2 1/2 innings of play, no score between Union City and Jackson Christian. Let's take that time out.
Carlac Prestige is not your typical used car dealer. We have everything from a Porsche to this, and lots more. We inspect and repair all our vehicles. Ask us to prove it. We will.
Carlac Prestige, Van Drive, Jackson.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
We are back to a scoreless game. Both pitchers have done well. The fielders have done well. And I noticed this year that neither team has made a ton of errors, because those can kill you. Last year, those of you the Jackson Christian fans, we'd go and field some really good games, and then we'd have some that there'd be a couple of errors. Actually dropped a couple last year. First hitter in there, and that is J.T. Mullins. Mullins hitting .211 right now with 3 RBIs. He's a left-handed hitter, swings, and has one of those worm beaters. All the worms at home plate are now dead from the baseball hitting them. And we like to tell you the position, even though you got great pictures. Outfield is, again, straight away and not deep. Probably the right depth for high school baseball in a big park like this. Here's the pitch to Mullins. High up there, it'll hang. The center fielder wants to catch it on the run, makes a nice catch out of it, and that, of course, is the first out of the inning. F8. Reed Cooper, the third baseman, comes up there. Now, y'all do know that some days that Austin Kelly will play shortstop, and Zach Creasy can go to third. Zach very versatile. So is Austin, who's the quarterback, and looks like will be the quarterback next year on the football team, as Gage Boykin has graduated. Gage had a nice career. Hoy doing a great job. He has not had any really deep threats. Had that one-line drive that went off the shortstop's glove. I still maintain it's a hit, but the official score ruled it a hit. Swinging strike on Reed Cooper. Reed wearing a very good number. Johnny Benchwart, Joe DiMaggio. There's a lot of other people that have worn 5. Slightly open stance. Here's the pitch. Let's see, it's going to slice foul. Looks like one of my golf shots. As a friend of mine that calls baseball says, over the fence, but it's the wrong fence. 1 out in the inning. Easton Jones, the left fielder, on deck. Here's the pitch by Hoy, and he went around on that one, and that is strike 3. A nice pitch by Hoy for the second out in the inning. I've got 4 strikeouts, but I will check mine because you never know. The unofficial book today, Game Changer, only showing us where the defensive positions are and who's batting. That one is high. And at the plate, Easton Jones, he had the, I guess you'd call it between I and the official scorekeeper, the disputed hit or error. Stole a base but could not score, advanced all the way to third. Here's the pitch, right on the outside corner in the line there that went straight down that line. Nice pitch, hard to hit. The only place you could take it is to right field. Here's the pitch. That one is outside, trying to work him away. Jones, wearing 22, does have the capability of taking it to right field. And again, another slightly open stance. He'll step towards the pitcher as he strides, and that one is a strike. A solid strike, not on the corner, not even a hair outside. It was a nice pitch, close to the edge of the plate, but it was a strike. Hoy's pitch way outside, and that walks him. And for the second time today, Easton Jones is on This time with a walk with 2 outs. Austin Kelly in the 2 slot up there, the pitcher. Struck out his last time up. Will they be running? Could they hit and run? Straight steal. Shorter lead this time for Easton Jones. Let's see if he gets off. And Union City felt like he might be going. So a pickoff attempt at first. You can see all that great shot of the catcher, pitcher, umpire, and hitter. Here's the pitch. Hit out towards right field. Hooking or slicing, actually. This is not a hook. It is a slice. Shows you haven't played golf in a while. Now, let's see if they try to have a little play on, get Easton Jones going. Hoy, the pitcher, checks first base, goes over there again with the quick move. Wasn't the jump move, but the little quick short step. Everybody's got different names for him in the pitching game. Infield at normal depth. First baseman holding on. There's Jones running. The peg is high, and he's got another stolen base. So 2 stolen bases for Easton Jones. And with 2 outs, he'll be running on the crack of the bat. Jackson Christian fans want Austin Kelly to put that bat on the ball and put it in play and make Union City make a play. Hoyer would love to get the strikeout. There's the curveball. It broke a little, but it stayed inside. Landon Hoy, here's the pitch. Well, they say it's a strike. I've got to quit trying to anticipate now. Sometimes I'm closer to the ground also, but I'm lined up right on the plate where I am. 2 outs, a runner on second. Second baseman, you see, holding him on. Now they break away, and this one fouled off. And this is when the umpire and the catcher say, good old protective equipment on there. Wasn't a barn burner hitter of them, but it did glance off the pads and the shin guards and stuff. Hoy ready again, checks the runner, comes to the plate, and a swinging strike. That should be 2 strikes on him, along with, I believe it's 2-2 count. And again, we have no count up, and I thought they would, and the game changer is working as far as positioning and stuff. Here's one hit, a base hit. They're going to send the runner to the plate. They cut it off in the right field alley, and Austin Kelly helps his own calls out with the first run. He gets a single and an RBI. Let's see if they have a courtesy runner for him. Austin, a pretty good runner because he can run in football as a quarterback. And there will be a courtesy runner. Carson Holt playing first base today instead of designating hitting. And let's see, it looks like 6 going across there. And that would be Eli Terry, who is an outfielder. So Terry running for Kelly. Here's the pitch, grounded to the shortstop. He'll go to first with it. The long throw, it bounces, and the umpire says, you got him. He went deep in the hole, put some juice on it, did take a bounce, but 1 run for Jackson Christian on 1 hit. 1 man was left on base, and the score at the end of 3 innings of play, Jackson Christian 1, Union City nothing. Let's take a timeout on the BallGame Blitz.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's. At the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Home furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too, with professional advice. Major appliances from America's top name brands. Mattresses and bedding accessories. Outdoor living and grilling too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson. or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
3 innings are in the book. A great picture here. You see the traffic out on the interstate there. Ball game blitz. Billy giving us a good shot. You see a really nice shot of Austin Kelly and Holt over there at first base. And teams are hustling this year to get on and off the field. And when we've got more time, usually we have a pregame show. We'll appraise you of this, but hooking up to the internet and also a couple of other things. We did not get the pregame show on. We picked up right with the first pitch. Some great sponsors bringing you this game. And Union City is ready to come to the plate. This is Kyler Sutherland, the center fielder. He's 0 for 1, struck out his last time up there. Pitch fouled off to the right. It'll go towards the facade of the stadium here and does hit on the roof, goes over the second deck. Sutherland will be followed by Ragsdale, the third baseman. Here's the pitch inside. And Sutherland didn't even flinch. Now they'll say that he went around on that one. So Sutherland strikes out here in the fourth to lead off. Five strikeouts it looks like for Kelly. We'll check that. I wished I had the pitch count for you today, but like I said, it's not wanting to cooperate. Steps off the rubber, Austin Kelly. Shortstop right on the edge of the grass now steps up. I was going to tell you about, here's another one sliced off to the right. Almost made the second deck. Beautiful field, seating down both sides. Holds about 5,000 people comfortably. They've had a little more than 6,000 in here before. Ground ball hit to the shortstop. Zach Creasy up, crow hop step over to first to Holt, and that's the second out of the inning from the shortstop. He gets the assist, and the first baseman gets the put out. Brings up Landon Hoy, who has done a great job pitching. He's 0 for 1 coming into this at bat. Would like to help his cause. And that pitch inside, we were telling you, of course, we've got to find Coach Chase McLean at Jackson Christian has been part of 2 state championships here as a player and an assistant coach. Here's one drilled to center field, has a little air under it. Let's see the communication, and J.T. Mullins takes charge for the third out, and they communicate a little bit about how to communicate a little better. Fine catch, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Score at the end of 3 1/2 innings of play. Jackson Christian 1, Union City 0. Let's take that time out.
Looking for a new and exciting career? At Jackson State Community College, we offer nationally recognized, top-rated programs designed to greenlight your career for success. With courses available in the health sciences, nursing, computer technology, and much more, your next step towards a career starts here at Jackson State. Learn how Jackson State Community College can greenlight your future at greenlightyourfuture.com.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
We are back here at Rockabilly Stadium where Union City and Jackson Christian, a classic here. It's 1-0 through 3 1/2 innings of play. Beautiful ballpark, beautiful day for baseball. We're here for a good cause, the DSA awareness. And I know that the Madison coach is heading this up, Coach Clark, for as far as the ball playing stuff, and all monies that I know of go to the Down Syndrome Association. Here's the hitter for Jackson Christian stepping in there. Hoy still on the mound for Union City. And swing that one. It's tough. It's up in your eyes, but you won't hit it. That was Wyatt Jones, the catcher. Wyatt in the back of the box, kind of tight up towards the line, right-handed hitter. Curve ball, slow curve, and the umpire looked like he signaled it a strike. I don't really know. It was not a demonstrative type signal. Here's the pitch, and that was the number one. That was the fastball, and it was outside. Again, the way the light is shining on the scoreboard, you cannot see the scoreboard today. There's one that missed inside, tried to come back in, but it didn't have enough breakage on it to get there. Jones hits one. Will it get in the hole? It does, by the shortstop for his first hit. He's now 1 for 2 after having flown out. And a runner, and there should be a runner for Wyatt Jones because he is the catcher, and they have the rule about that. And this looks like it will be A.J. Hastings coming on. A.J. Hastings will be the courtesy runner. Hoyer will pitch out of the stretch with the runner at first. Zach Creasy is up there. Creasy hitting .375 on the year. His on-base percentage is .400. 5 RBIs. He scored 5 runs, and he has stolen some bases. There's taking off. The peg is just a little late, gets by, and bouncing in the outfield, but good job by the shortstop and center fielder backing it up for Union City. Signals being given by Chase McLean. The hitter is Zach Creasy. He struck out his last time up. So Hastings on at second in scoring position. Bunt attempt goes foul. Always, those of you watching home, check those bat angles and what they're doing with that. The hitter, of course, is Creasy, very talented young man. You ought to see him handle the basketball during the basketball season, as Jackson Christian had a great record this year. Hoy's got his sign. Here comes the third baseman up. And now they've got a rundown, but or not a rundown, but Hoy wanted to go to third, but the third baseman was up so far, and somebody didn't warn him enough. And that's, I'll have to look at my scorebook and see if you score that as a no contest. Sometimes you do that. And so 3 stolen bases, 2 of them in this inning. Here's one down the line. It's a fair ball. We're going to be running. The right fielder hustles over to cut it off and digging for second. And let's see what happens. The slide, the throw is cut off. And Zach Creasy with the double and an RBI. So that's big as Hastings comes in to score. So Jackson Christian now in the bottom of the 4th takes a 2-0 lead. It'll bring up Jack Collins, the right fielder who hits left-handed, hitting .333, has 3 RBIs, 3 runs, and an on-base percentage of .385. There's the action. Like you're going to go to the plate, you can pivot, and you do not have to throw at second. First base, you got to throw if you're throwing over there with a runner on first, or they call you for a balk. Now trying to pitch to the pitch is a little high, and Jack Collins was trying to get that one down. Jack 0 for 1 coming into his second at bat in the 4th. This one gets away from the catcher, and I'm going to have to score it a pass ball. Now, that won't be the official scoring on it, but it will be the way I'm going to score it for this one. Usually ours, I have direct contact with the scorer, and like I said, game changer only giving the score, the number of outs, and the defensive team in the field. in who the hitter is. And even Game Changer messes up sometimes. But they're usually very good. If you don't have that app, even if you're sitting at home, get you one of those. Here's the pitch. Swing and foul tipped. So we'll do it again. Modern technology gets spoiled. I have drug my old-timey scorebook out, which is still used by official scorers and stuff. But infield is in to cut the run off at the plate. That one fouled back, straight back. Union City does not want to allow another Jackson Christian run. Here's the pitch, outside. And like I said, Jack Collins, a good hitter at 333. Quality at bat, 62% for him. Haven't been giving that score. I want to thank Coach McLean and his staff of his media class. That's one of their projects, is to help with things like that. And you see a walk, and look at Jack run. Now, he will turn and go if they hadn't returned the ball like they did. Jack Collins used that speed well in football this year. First and third with no outs. The short and second actually back up to double play depth. They're not on the grass. Third baseman, one step on the grass. First baseman has to hold on, but he'll be coming forward when he comes off. Left-handed hitting Caden Nanny is up there. He's 0 for 1. Nanny, a 667 hitter, and obviously he doesn't play every day, but when he plays, he's productive. He's got 1 RBI. He's left-handed. Going to first to keep that runner close. They would love to. Now the question is, are we willing to give up? If we can get 2, will we give up the run for the out, says Union City. They're running on it. There will be no throw, the fake throw, and now you've got second and third. And that one will be scored runners indifferent, or catcher's indifference. That's the proper term for that. Swinging strike. And Nanny would love to have that one back. He steps out of the box, takes a couple of swings. The outfield still straight away. Here's one on the ground. They've got the runner, and they tagged him out, but the runner from second advances. And he was trying to get into the rundown, but 5U, that's the third baseman unassisted, for the first out of the inning. Nanny is on with a fielder's choice. Collins has advanced to third. That brings up J.T. Mullins hitting .211 from the left side of the plate. On base percentage, .286. He has 3 RBIs on the season. They pitch him outside, and I got to give the young catcher there, Davis, credit. He got the umpire to call that one. It was clearly outside, but he, as the old term was, yanked the mitt just enough to get the call and framed it properly. The runner's going. They won't throw down. They threw back to the pitcher. And so now you've got second and third. And again, I believe that falls under the category of catcher's indifference. Some people will get the official scoring on that. Second and third fouled off to the left side over the screen. And beautiful ballpark to play in. No, these kids on both teams got to enjoy it. 2 fine teams knocking heads here with the Eagles up 2-0 over the Tornadoes. Here's one fouled back into that screen. Brian Bullard, the bench and dugout coach, may be the bravest man on the field besides the on-deck hitter. That one was fouled off, and not close enough to really make them jump, but a lot of people do because you hear the ping of the bat rather than the crack of the bat. Line drive, picked off by the shortstop, foot race. It's a double play, and J.T. Mullins has lined into a double play, but the Eagles pick up 2 big runs and now lead 2-0 going into the top of the 5th. Let's take that time out on Worthy Road Studios, Jackson Christian Facebook, and the BallGame Blitz.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way. Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Back ready for the top of the fifth. Union City comes to the plate, and Skylar Hall should be the hitter. And the first pitch looks like a ball to Hall. Still totaling some things up because of the lack of game changer only working for certain things. A swinging strike, as you saw. No outs. We're here leading off the fifth. Fairly quick ball game. After Hall will be Luke Joslin. Kelly's pitch. That's strike two. It's 1-2. I believe the count is right. And a strikeout. I believe that is the 6, and we'll get an official count on that. Strikeout for Austin Kelly, bringing up Luke Joslin, the right fielder. Logan Dawkins, the designated hitter, will be on deck. Here's one hit down the first baseline. It's a fair ball. Gets away from Holt, and he's on. It'll be interesting to see if they score it as a hit or an error. I am guessing they haven't made an announcement yet. They're probably going to give an E3 on that one. But Joslin on, and with it in the fifth inning, with it being in the fifth inning, I was trying to hear what the public address announcer said about the hit, but there is a runner at first. Dawkins at the plate, Davis on deck. Kelly takes his time. He's pitching out of the stretch. He's going to first with, that's a version of the jump turn there that he went with. Here's the pitch to the plate, outside. Infield's at double play depth, about a step off the line from the, a step behind the bag and off the line. Runner not going in, a swinging strike two. Kelly's ready, checks the runner. There's one drilled up the middle. Will the shortstop get to it? He does. He steps on second, goes to first, and a twin killing right there, if you want to call it that. It is 6-3 with the unassisted tag of the base. No runs, no hits. We're going to call that not a hit. And one error. Nobody left on base as a result of the double play. So the Eagles lead 2-0. Let's take a timeout on the ball game Blitz.
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing Deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, me and my dreams. run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop. And get back out there.
And we are back ready for the bottom of the fifth with the Eagles leading the Tornadoes 2-0. You see Todd Limley going to first. He'll show up on your screen in a minute. Very nice shot of the pitcher, and it looks like Union City. Let's see if they have changed. No, they haven't. Hoy's still on the mound, and he's only behind 2-0. He and Kelly for Jackson Christian have gone all the way. Shading right field a little bit with Reed Cooper coming up. Reed hits 200. He's had 4 RBIs. He's scored 3 times this young season, and he has stolen 1 base. His on-base percentage is .316. Not bad, but I know this young man, he would love to raise it. Playing third base today. The pitch, and the umpire says a little low. So it's 1 ball, no strikes. Slightly open stance for Cooper. The pitch hit right to the second baseman. A 1-hopper. There's the step and the toss, and there's 1 out in the inning. 4-3 with 1 away, and that brings the top of the order up there. Looks like Easton Jones. Easton has walked and gotten I called it a base hit. The scorer may have ruled it error, and we don't get the rulings when they change it. Swinging strike, looked like he fouled it off, actually. Guess the eyes aren't as sharp. I can't see the red thread in there where the baseball's sewn like you do when you're down close to the plate. This one hit into center field. Lots of high sky action, and the center fielder takes it for the Tornadoes. Good job by him. That's Sutherland. And there are 2 outs quickly in the inning. 2 more at-bats coming up for the Union City team. Austin Kelly, the pitcher, who helped himself in that last inning. He's at the plate. Hoy's curve was a dandy. It broke well. Kelly was probably better off to lay off of it. That one stayed inside. I believe the umpire was going to ring up, said it went on the inside corner of that plate. Good shot coming to you. You see the catcher signals. The pitch outside, 1-2. Multiple shots here on Worthy Road Studios and the Jackson Christian Facebook and BallGame Blitz. More than 1 camera used. 1 game last year we had 9, more than ESPN used at UT. That one gets away from the catcher, but there's nobody on base. In basketball, you'd say no harm, no foul. We just say next pitch fixing to come up from Hoy. Let's see if the count has changed. Kelly at the plate with 2 outs, 0-2 count. Swung on, Hopper to the shortstop. Over to first, got him by a step, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Score at the end of 5 innings of play. Eagles 2 and Jackson Christian Eagles 2 and the Union City Tornadoes nothing. Let's take a timeout.
We offer live webcasting for families. It kind of came out of when so many warriors were going overseas to war. We have learned to offer families more choices, that we want to serve our families well and serve our families better.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's tax refund time. If you've been putting off replacing your aging HVAC system, there's no better time to invest in a new system. Call McCoy's Heating and Air to schedule your new AC estimate and ask about our 10-year all-inclusive package. For one low monthly payment, you'll receive a brand new unit with complete maintenance and repair coverage for a decade with approved credit. Restore your comfort and peace of mind. Call 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
And Davis, the fine catcher for Union City, will be coming up there. He is 0 for 1, just his second at bat here in the 6th inning. Austin Kelly still on the mound for the Eagles of Jackson Christian. We'll see if it took any energy out of him. A nice swing, but no contact, so a swinging strike one on Tucker Davis, leading off the top of the 6th. Oh, 2 the count on Davis. Here's the pitch. That one high. 1-2. It runs it to. Kelly doesn't seem to have lost anything. Sometimes when you have to run one out and it's a bang-bang play. That one is 2-2, so the count is even now. Kelly's pitch tried the curve. It stayed high and didn't break a whole lot. Broke a little, but not much. So that runs it to a full count of 3 balls, 2 strikes. Tucker Davis at the plate, hitting in the 8th spot today. Slightly open, not much stance. This one is going to be fouled off. It slices into the first baseline bleachers. So we'll do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Austin Kelly on the mound. Wyatt Jones the catcher. Here's the pitch. It's high, and they walked him. Union City's got something going here. Let's see if they courtesy run for the catcher. Although he looks like he is a good runner. And they're looking in the dugout now, and I think the signal has come from Coach McAdams to do that. I was telling you about Coach McAdams' father. He played at UT in football. Then he has coached at Lexington, at Ripley, and he is now a superintendent. And, of course, Cole McAdams comes from a great athletic family. Now, we will have to pick up on who the courtesy runner is, but the bottom line is Union City has a runner on first, no outs, and striding to the plate is Copeland Chisholm. Kelly checks, and this one fouled off. They weren't running that time. Chisholm officially 0 for 1. He has a stolen, or 0 for 0. He walked and has a stolen base. And that looked like the furthest penetration was second base by him on the base pass. Here's a ball. So it'll be 1-1 to count. Runner on first, no outs. We're in the top of the 6th. Center fielder shades slightly to right field. Infield at double play depth. Jump, turn, pick off, move a little late, but it tells Mr. Runner, I know you there. Here's my calling card with phone number and address on it. Again, Kelly's got his sign. He gave a glance, and he's glanced a second time, but not the head turn. Foul straight back and into the seats just over the lower screen. And we'll bring it here, and it's 1 ball, 2 strike count with no outs in the inning. A runner at first. That's Thompson running at first. Here's the pitch. Swinging strike 3, and Wyatt Jones held that one. That was good catching there. That's not the easiest thing in the world to do. 1 out. Runner still on first. It'll bring the top of the order up. Cox will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2, plays shortstop. And you know he would love to get his team going. Barrett Cox. Pitch fouled off to the right field. Now, somebody say if something happens, I'm jinxing them. But the Union City hitter's been a little bit behind on Kelly's pitches, and fastball is his best pitch. Now, when he's got control of it, and he usually does, his curveball can also get you. Sometimes he can throw from different angles, three-quarter, overhand. He has dropped last year on occasion sidearm. Here's the pitch. This one to right field. Right fielder coming on, playing a hard sun field, and Jack Collins had to really fight with that one. And trust me, fans, I've been in that right field before, not as a player, but during Diamond Jacks and General's warm-ups, and that is not easy to catch it at this time of day. We're on daylight saving time. It's 5:15. And now 2 outs. Kyler Sutherland, the fine center fielder up there for Union City, and that one was, if it missed, it was by Denafloss missing. That's how close it was to him. Put that Denafloss out there and stretch it long ways, not sideways, and it was close. The runner on first, where normal depth Jackson Christian is, with the runner on first, and that one got the corner. That was a fine pitch. Both pitchers have used those corners today. Sutherland comes to the plate, 0 for 2. Union City needing a big hit. They would love to get the third hitter, Will Ragsdale, up there. And again, 2 outs in the inning with that runner on first. This time the outfield is straight away. Center fielder not shading. Pitch is high. Now, I'm not the head coach, and Chase, very good pitching coach himself and player at one time. But to me, it looks like Kelly is starting to get just a hair tired. He's pitching out of the stretch. And this one drilled to right field, but that slice on it knocked Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer both out over there. No, I'm teasing about that. It was quick and hard to the right field berm area in foul territory. Now, if the count is right, it's 3-1. And you know Sutherland would love to get – they need base runners, they being Union City. And that one is a walk, and that'll put runners at first and second. So with a runner in scoring position, striding to the plate wearing number 4, the right-handed hitting Will Ragsdale. Chase McLean, the head coach, is headed to the mound. And they returned one of the ball. They want to change balls. Austin didn't feel like he had a good grip on that one. Now, there are 2 outs, but Thompson and Sutherland on. Of course, both runners have gotten some instructions, and Thompson's getting a little extra instruction down the third baseline about leading off and getting a quick start. He is a courtesy runner for the catcher, Davis. Davis worked a walk earlier, so 2 walks in this inning. Kelly is still in there, so 1 trip, and again, I don't have the pitch count because of the problems with Game Changer and some internet hookup situations. This one on the ground. It's going to get through for a base hit. Let's see if they wave. Yes, they're waving it home. The throw will be cut off, and there will be runners at first and third. And the pinch runner, Thompson, has scored the first run. It's a 2-1 ball game. And an RBI for Ragsdale. He's on it first with an RBI single. And that brings up Landon Hoy, the pitcher, and he is in a real position to help himself. Now, there are 2 outs in the inning. Hoy comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. But he would like nothing but better than a base hit that would tie this score up and advance his runner at first. Jump turn, pickoff move, a little late. Runner diving back in. And even with 2 outs, and Jones has a good arm, I foresee on either the next pitch or the one after it, the first base runner running. That time he was leaning, and Holt thought he had him over there at first. The umpire says, no, just a hair late. Again, first and third, Sutherland and Ragsdale. Here's again, a lot of work over to first base. Now some runners would take the chance here and get a little lean. Not enough to draw one, but you get to the point where man, Kelly's going to the plate for Jackson Christian. So Union City, they'll go to third, and you can do that. As you go to third, the force throw to first is off, and then you can wheel and deal. So a lot of plays going on, and it looks like there's activity down in the Jackson Christian bullpen. There's another base hit, and this is a tie ball game. That will get Sutherland home. There'll be runners at first and second. And runs have been tough to come by for Union City till now. And last inning, Jackson Christian went down 3 up and 3 down. So tie ball game. Runners at first and third. And they may let Hoy run for himself. I don't see anything that even looks like a runner is coming for him. At the plate is Hall, the first baseman. Big, strong young man. And he had a healthy cut. He wears number 20. And Skylar Hall looked like he had a cut that could send the ball out of the ballpark. 382 to center field. 320 down the right field line, 310. I believe it was around 340 into the power alleys. Runners at first and second for Union City here in the top of the 6th. These games go 7 innings unless they're extra innings, a 1-1 count. To Hall, here's the pitch from Kelly. Gets away, the runners will advance a base, and that is a wild pitch. So each runner will advance a base. So now you've got Ragsdale and Hoy up 1 base. Ragsdale at third, and he can score on a pass ball. And we're starting to be able to see the scoreboard a little bit. Looks like 3 hits for both teams. Here's one to the second baseman, the hop and the throw to first. That'll end the inning. But 2 big runs scored for Jackson Christian School, or actually for Union City, and it ties this game at 2-2. Let's take a timeout on the BallGame Blitz Network.
For anyone contemplating pre-planning, we can tell you from our experience, it's much easier to make funeral plans and record them now than wait until emotions are running at their highest.
With pre-planning, you can free your mind and heart from having to make big decisions during a time of grief and instead enjoy the freedom to focus on the memories of a life well lived.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
And we are back here getting ready for the bottom of the 6th. Union City has come back with 2 big runs and tied this contest up. Jackson Christian will send Jones, Creasy, and Collins to the plate in this inning. Warming up. Sometimes action is slowing down a little bit. It was moving fast, and even the warm-ups were moving fast. And you see a little throwaway. Sometimes when you don't come off your knee, you do throw it a little wide, your arm won't follow through. And the catcher, Davis, very flexible. I wish you could look at this young man. And he can get down that low when he's catching behind a batter, too. Wished I was that flexible. If I did that, all my bones would creak and probably what few ligaments I got left would pop. If you haven't been to Pringles Park, take a chance sometime. Come down here. It's called Rockabilly Stadium now. Pringles Park was the original name. As they paid for the naming rights, it was the ballpark of Jackson, and now Rockabilly Stadium. Leading off for Jackson Christian will be Carson Holt, the first baseman. Also pitches some and designated hits some. And I heard a phone in the background. I thought mine, because my friends have a bad habit of calling, and I was able to get the game changer over on my phone, what I can of it. It won't take all of it, but Carson Holt steps in there, and Holt looks like 0 for 2 today. Here's the pitch, and this one popped up high sky. Would be a home run in a phone booth, and staying with it and playing it hard was Ragsdale for the first out. And fans, that was not easy in this high sky. So that one in foul territory. Fouling out to the third baseman for the first out. Wyatt Jones, the catcher. He is 1 for 2 today and scored a run. He'll be followed by Zach Creasy, who has an RBI. And they say a strike there. That looked like a breaking pitch. Is either that or a changeup that was spinning a whole lot. You see a good picture of Wyatt Jones as Hoy. Wow. You saw the pitch. I'll let you be the judge. One out in the inning. Jones up there. Here's the pitch. High. 1-2 the count. Wyatt Jones, the fine catcher, hits one, but it goes foul as off. He's reaching and protecting the plate because at 1-2 you have to protect the plate. So we'll do it again. Jace McLean rebuilding this Jackson Christian club each year after a lot of graduation. Swinging at a pitch that went outside. There's 2 outs in the inning. And that brings Zach Creasy, the shortstop, up to the plate, who had an RBI double the last time up. And they have improved each year. Of course, Walker Ray that played on this club's up at Bethel, but he chose to play football. And here's one popped out. The left fielder turns around. It's over his head. It's off the wall. Creasy is digging for second and will stand up. Wow, that's, I believe, 2 doubles in a row because Zach Creasy had a double the last inning. He was 1 for 2. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs. And a lot is up to Jack Collins, the right fielder, who's 0 for 1 today. He walked back in the 4th inning. Jackson Christian's 2 runs been scored by Jones, that's Easton and Jones, and Wyatt Jones. For Union City, Kyler Sutherland scored 1. Thompson, the courtesy runner, scored the other run. He actually scored the first one. Here's the pitch outside. And Jack Collins can do a lot of things with that bat up there. Talented young man. He's got 3 RBIs, came into this game hitting .333. Fouled back. So it's 1-1 the count with a runner on second. It could be the go-ahead run. Union City wants to play great defense. They're straight away in the outfield. They are up just a little bit at second and short. Second kind of bobs over there, and they thought about now he's broken off, and you could almost get a steal going off of this. Collins' pitch kind of sliced to left field a little bit, and it went up there, but if that one had stayed fair, it would have been close between a catch, and Jack could have been running all day. The left fielder does a good job, and I'm sure he would have played it properly for Union City. Left-handed hitting Collins waits, and there was nobody covering, and the pitcher did the wise thing. It's 1-2 the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now let's see. There was a word of wisdom. And the reason I hesitate sometimes is I think like a coach, not a broadcaster sometimes. And I thought it was close to a balk then. Not because he didn't throw it. There was some other arm and actions and foot actions that it's only the umpire can tell, not the broadcaster. Here's one grounded into the grass here and it's beautiful grass. They've done a good job on the turf here. You have the black batter's eye in center field is what they call it. The rest of the fence is green. 1-2 the count. Hoy wants to bring it to the plate. He does, and it's fouled straight back over the catcher and umpire's head into the screen. So we'll do it again at 1-2. Now you know that Creasy, matter of fact, they did move Creasy over to third. I thought I was right, and the umpire was trying to be helpful and tell him what happened. So a runner in scoring position, pass ball or anything, Union City looking for the pop-up, the ground out, the strikeout. That one is way outside. It'll even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Second baseman was on the move then, and they back up because every once in a while you have an overthrow for any team, even the major leagues, back to the pitcher. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Popped up. It will go out of play. You would have had to climb the screen to get it. It stayed in the ballpark, but it hit the screen over there. And you see catches every once in a while like that. Long distance to travel after you've already caught what will be the 6th inning that you've caught. 7th coming up. Jackson Christian wants to go ahead here. Jack Collins trying to make something happen. Here's the pitch. It's low, and we'll go 3-2. Wish the bases were loaded, and then I could say we had a merry-go-round because the runners would take off, but they won't. Runner only on third. Jack has I've got 3-2 on mine. Game changer struggling to work right, and it may be my connection. Here's the pitch, though. It's a ball. We got runners at first and third, and that brings Caden Nanny to the plate. Nanny's hitting .667 coming into this contest. You know that Collins will be running. Nanny is 0 for 2 on with a fielder's choice the last time. The left-hander just wants to get the ball in play to a space where there's no Union City players. Union City wants to, like I said, get him a strikeout, pop-up, or either a ground out. There is a force at second. Collins is gone. And they fake the throw. Good base running by Zach Creasy not to come up the line. And the catcher, Davis, did a good job. It was believable, but I got a feeling Chase McLean, the head coach and third base coach, was down there hollering, no, no, no. Here's the pitch to Nanny. It's fouled off. Nobody will get it. It's going to slice out of play to the left side. 2 outs in the inning. Runners on second and third. A base hit, unless it's straight at one of the fielders, is going to get 2 because Collins is going to get a big jump, but it's 0-2. Hoy has a waste pitch he can use here. He can try to tempt Nanny. Here's the pitch. It's outside, 1-2. That was the one you want to tempt him and see if he would go for it. Looked like they were going to try to backdoor the outside part of the plate to get it in or close enough that he would swing at it. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, base hit right through there. 1 run will score. They're going to hold up the runner this time. Well, he fumbled it. They better hold him up, and they did. So, hitting .667 coming into this game, Nanny gets the RBI and gets the job done there. Jackson Christian has taken back a 1-run lead, but Union City will come to the 7th, but we're not ready for that because we've still got an out to deal with here, and J.T. Mullins is at the plate. JT is a very quick person. He's only batting .211, and he will warm up as the season goes along. Outfield still straight away. Runners at first and third. And the ball is outside. Let's see if on this pitch they're going to run Nanny at first. He's a young fellow. Here's the pitch. No, he's not going, and it is low. Yeah, if this count is right, it's got 3-0, and I haven't seen what looked like the signal for a strike from the umpire. I would say he's taking all the way, and they've called another balk. So 2 balks, and the run from third will score. And Jackson Christian has now taken a 4-2 lead. Both balks, and here comes the head coach, Cole McAdams, out, and he wants an explanation from the umpire. And you see Brian Bullard bring a baseball out, and you see our fine logo of Thompson and Smith there. Some of the people that brought you this game is Great American Sports. They'll bring you the post game today. Mitchell's Body Shop, Jackson State Community College, Dynamics Physical Therapy, Jones Chevrolet, the Blacksmith Restaurant, a great place to eat, Thompson and Smith Insurance, and the National Guard, Tennessee National Guard, make it Aloha Pools, Elite Dental, McCoy's Heating and Air, Hub City Deli, Kaufman's Furniture, Arrington Funeral Home Directors, Bank of Jackson, King Jewelers, Lonnie Cobb, Ford Nest Realty. And here comes the more explanation. I think Coach McAdams is going to make a pitching change. And while we have the pitching change, let's take a 30-second commercial on the Worthy Road Studios network.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
We are back, and we will pick up the new pitcher's number as soon as we can. But at the plate, J.T. Mullins waiting. And if I am right, he has a 3-0 count. The pitcher will inherit that count. 2 fine teams battling here, both of them well coached. Representing, and of course, I know a few people besides Dr. Benton, that's president of Jackson Christian. I know the superintendent up at Union City, Wes Kennedy, and of course Mike Hutchins, a famous sports writer and a pretty good one, is their sports information director. A lot of changes, though. Now, the Shane Cisco, not Jackson Christian Shane Cisco. There's a Shane Cisco at Union City, coaches their men's basketball team. And if the young man will cooperate by turning his number, I will tell you who the new pitcher is. I want to say it's the left fielder, and we will check that out. That is Chisholm. Copeland Chisholm has come on to pitch. And 5 2/3 innings for Hoy. Chisholm on now. There are 2 outs, a runner at second. Mullins at the plate. And that's ball 4, and now there will be runners at first and second. Does make a force play at first or second. And striding to the plate, a young man that has played well. He's 0 for 2, but he's played the field well. And that is Reed Cooper, hitting 204 RBIs, 316 on base percentage. Quality at bats, 47%. Here's the pitch from Copeland. Gets away, the runners will advance. That one was in the dirt. I'm going to call it a wild pitch. Again, my scoring today is not official. Usually we get it off of Game Changer. And even Game Changer has slowed down and hasn't changed the count. It's 1-0, the count, 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs in the inning, runners at second and third. Fouled off, or actually comes out in front of the plate. Catcher to first. That'll end the inning. But 2 big runs, and Jackson Christian has taken the lead back 4-2. We'll come back for the 7th inning here at the ballpark of Jackson and Rockabilly Stadium. Fleet Feet, your locally owned source for the best shoes for school, work, running, and everyday comfort. They offer a 3D scan of your feet and professional fitting. Fleet Feet sells the top-selling brands Hoka, OnCloud, and Brooks. To add comfort to your spikes or other performance shoes, let Fleet Feet fit you for a pair of arch support inserts. Get the quality you want and the service you deserve at Fleet Feet in Jackson on Oil Well Road beside Walgreens.
Tired of going to the dealerships only to see empty spaces? Then come to Carlock Nissan of Jackson. We have over 60 new vehicles in stock and more coming in daily. You can see, feel, and of course smell that new car smell. Save up to $8,600 off MSRP on a new Nissan. Plus, special APR financing as low as 1.9%. It's all at Carlock Nissan of Jackson. You should already be here.
And we are back here. Let me get the sound back up. And change. Austin Kelly went 6 full innings. The 7th will be pitched by Carson Holt. And we'll need to, because there's usually some changes when this happens. We'll see if Kelly does go to shortstop. So far, 16 is Daniel Green that has gone to first base. I'm actually on what I'm getting of Game Changer is the Union City one, my Jackson Christian Game Changer, not working today. And that's not anything but internet problems. But I know that young man, fine, outstanding linebacker, tight end for the Jackson Christian Eagle football team. And he can cow tromp you when he catches a pass. And when he's linebacker, he reminds me of another Green that played in the NFL. And he was a linebacker also. Now, they've got 1-0 coming up here on the Game Changer. 1 ball, no strikes, but we'll check it and make sure. Here's a swinging strike for number 17, Luke Joslin. Luke is either 0 for 2 or 1 for 2, depending on what they scored the era that I called it back in the 5th inning that he got on with. Let's see if we can get the Game Changer up to date. No, it's still hanging at 1 ball, no strike. We know that's not the right count. Here's one hit to right field. Coming on for it is Collins. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 away, and Logan Dawkins, the designated hitter who's 0 for 2 coming up. He'll be followed by Tucker Davis, who scored a big run back in the 6th after getting on with a base on ball. And this is number 25, Logan Dawkins. Young man, it looks like he's got the kind of power that he could rattle the fence. Carson Holt on to finish this one, try to get him a save out of it. And there's a strike. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch on the way, low and inside. 1 out in the inning. It's top of the 7th. Union City has to score 2. There's a swing. Fouled off. The umpire looked like somebody had given him a hot foot. In the old days, they used to light shoestrings, and not on umpires, but in the dugout on baseball players. They'd stick a match in there and give them a hot foot. Different things. They had open stance for Dawkins. Here's the pitch, and that one, that's where you put the backwards K in there because he took the 3rd strike And another strikeout for Kelly. Or actually, this is Carson Holt, whose mother played basketball for me, Luann Holt, one of the Mad Bombers. He's got a sister who's a great post player and softball player. And this Davis hit to the shortstop. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. And the final in this game is Jackson Christian goes to 6-1, is 4-2 in favor of the Eagles over the Tornadoes. Let's take a healthy timeout right here on the Jackson Christian and Worthy Road and BallGame Blitz Network.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Mention BallGame Blitz Sports Network and receive a free gift.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all prearranged funerals. So you may have prearranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all prearranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
And we are back. We're watching and you're on the post-game show brought to you by Great American Sports. A win for Jackson Christian to move 6-1. They won 4-2 over a very good Union City team that's well coached, and I wouldn't say that if I didn't believe it. And both teams are improving. It's early in the season. These are not district contests, so it's good to play. It's good to win, and it's good to compete. If you don't win, you take and see a couple of balks hurt Union City. And balks also in baseball, like the block charge in basketball, one of the I won't say controversial call, but it's a hard one on the umpires. It's hard on the players. It's hard on the coaches, but you got to have them because you can get awful sneaky, and that's unfair to the runners. The winning pitcher today was Austin Kelly. He went the 5 innings, and then in the 6, he went 6 innings, and Carson Holt came on for the 7th and picked up a save. And the book on Austin Kelly was he gave up 2 runs, 3 hits, and there was no errors made by Jackson Christian. The Union City team made 1. Losing pitcher was Landon Hoy, who pitched a fine ball game. And, of course, you know that they only got 2 hits or 3 hits at Union City, and they scored the 2 runs. Jackson Christian today had 4 runs on 5 hits, did not commit an error, and they have been much better this year. We will tell you we've got more games. I know we got a baseball game coming up the 28th, and Shane Cisco has informed me he and Paul Schultze, our executive director, are going to get together and add some games for both baseball and softball. And we were glad we were able to bring it to you. Hopefully a lot of you people in Union City got to see it. If you don't, this game will be archived on YouTube. And I can't really pick a player of the game. Is offensively, it'd probably be Zach Creasy because he had 2 doubles and an RBI, and he scored a run. But it was a team effort, and had Union City won, yeah, Hoy had a good effort, and it would have been a team game there. So we'll just leave it at both teams played a really great game, and we will be back with more Jackson Christian baseball. You can check their website, and I've been asked one more time to mention that the game will be archived on YouTube. Now, I can give you some better stats. I was stalling for time while I figured on some and then got some help on the other. Zach Creasy had 2 hits to lead Jackson Christian. Joslyn and Ragsdale had the 2 hits for the Union City team. RBIs, Creasy had 1. Hoy had 1 for Union City. Ragsdale had 1. And I had Kelly with an RBI that for some reason Game Changer's not giving him credit for. Kelly actually officially struck out 7. Hoy struck out 4. And let's see if there's anything else that Jack Collins did walk twice today. That's noticeable. Quality at bats. Zach Creasy had 3 of those quality at bats. Ragsdale had 2 for Union City. We got a great crew here today. First time I got to see Billy in quite a while. He's one of our good crew members, but he also has a very important job that he makes more money than even the play-by-play guy does. But we've got a good crew here. And I'm going to ask Gary something because I want you to see the graphic of who these people, as you see a beautiful shot and the interstate out there. Do we have a graphic for the people that work today? No, we don't have one. Well, Summer Sturgis was here. Of course, Gary Lockhart was here. Billy and Paul was here. And we appreciate all of them, plus a couple of cameras that can be operated from up in the press box. If you've never seen a Worthy Road Studios production, and today they had to string the lines quickly and some things because we only play 1 game. But beautiful pictures. The announcer got a chance to warm up today. You got to see 2 fine teams that are archived tonight, probably by 9 o'clock at the latest. They'll be on YouTube, and you can watch after that. And a great broadcast, and we thank our executive producer, Paul Schultze, if I didn't mention him. This is Coach Joe Holloway, and it is time to do 2 things to remind you that, 1, this is a copyright broadcast by Worthy Roads in the BallGame Blitz. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of Paul Schultze, Worthy Road Studios, in the BallGame Blitz is prohibited. Now, the other thing is to a great audience, for 2 great teams, for the crew up here. Thanks for your time. This time till next time. Good day, all.